We will discuss today a complicated topic: happiness. I don't know. If anybody asked me about the definition of happiness, I'd try to answer as follows. Happiness is a process when whatever you have inside matches your outer actions. When what I do, who I love, who I live with, the choices I make are in full harmony with what I am. Happiness is when I can choose my life and choose it over and over again every second without betraying myself. Sometimes happiness is associated with positive emotions, but it's not always true. We are happy every day, every minute, but we don't necessarily feel joy every time. For example, the midlife crisis in my case was rather long. For about 5 years, I have been flabbergasted by various transformations. I was thinking, when is it going to be over? I was overflown with anxiety, and I was scared to live. By the way, it was during this midlife crisis when the fear of life crossed my mind for the first time. I realized for the first time that I do not know what is going to be tomorrow. We often underestimate the fear of life. Everyone talks about the fear of death and rarely about the fear of life. So here's my point. Not for a second during that crisis I have lost the feeling of happiness. My life was content. I felt that I was a happy person. Yes, I was scared, I was anxious. Sometimes I thought I was in wild time trouble, but I was happy. I wonder why other people who have a big load of anxiety are saying that they're unhappy. It's not about anxiety, it's the way we treat it. Imagine the following. You're feeling anxious but still flying high. Is it familiar to you? We were taught in physics in the 5th grade that the temperature can be 0. There is 0 with the heat gain, and there is 0 with the heat loss. In one case, the snow melts, in another, the water freezes, but it's still 0. So it's interesting that you experience anxiety with the touch of inspiration. You feel like making changes. You're not fully satisfied with what you already have, but something new that you want is not guaranteed. But you have a creative urge and are still happy. Sometimes there is anxiety that leaves you troubled. The anxiety when you get scared of what's going on around, you don't know what to do, and you're trying to stop it. This is the key point regarding happiness, by the way. If you're trying to fight the processes of your life, happiness is not possible. But if you try to allow your life to be fulfilled with your help, that will lead to happiness. There's been a lot of talk about a healthy lifestyle recently. So many various diets there are. By the way, the World Health Organization implies a few criteria of a healthy lifestyle that can move from one side to another. The most popular criteria are the following: physical activity, proper nutrition, and positive thinking. Think about something good. I think that there is nothing wrong with physical activity. It's great. Exercising is great. But only if these exercises and your sneakers awaiting you near the front door are the continuations of yourself. If you have to pull yourself out of bed by the ears, put on the sneakers, start running, it's still normal. But if you already run the second mile, cursing those 2 miles and that entire morning, never enjoying it, think about it. Does it make sense to run? That same thing is true for any other kind of sport. If your chosen physical activity is the continuation of yourself and you're having fun, perfect. If you're making yourself, you're moving towards any direction, but not happiness. Proper nutrition. It's obvious that eating an infinite amount of food high in fats and cholesterol won't make any good to you. Everybody knows that. The question is, what your attitude to nutrition is. In my opinion, one of the best diets is when you preserve harmony with yourself, with your body. Most likely, if you feel your body, since you are the continuation of it, you'll want only something specific and in the amount that you really need. Then, overeating won't even be possible. You'll be eating only the food that will lead you to a healthy state. Again, keeping in mind that you feel your state. Positive thinking. Is there anything wrong when you think positively, are joyous, are excited about future perspectives, and believe that everything is going to be all right? Sounds good. Positive thinking's great. Problems arise when we make ourselves think positively. For instance, we got into a tough situation and we're not satisfied with anything. We agreed that it's just a useful experience to rely on in the future. If by this new thought we betray ourselves, deceive ourselves, there's nothing good about it. This is not positive thinking. It's self-deception. Self-deception has never done anything good, neither for health nor for happiness. But if, for example, we stumble and fall, get up and keep going, we get a bit stronger. And we appreciate this experience of falling. It's positive thinking as well. We say, it's cool. But in the first example, positive thinking implies fighting yourself. In the first one, positive thinking is the continuation of yourself. As you can see in the first, second, and third cases, a healthy lifestyle is great only when you match who you are. It's crucial. The biggest mistake that one can make is to seek happiness outside, in new experiences, reactions, adventures, impressions, achievements that also come from the outside. He thinks that if he brings something to his life from the outside, it will improve. This path instead leads to addiction or addictive behavior. The word addiction is based on the verb to add. Trying to add something to your life to make it happier will only make your journey hard and hopeless. Your life already contains everything that is needed to become happy. All you need is to discover it. Whatever you need for happiness is there for you. The trick is that you struggle with it for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, or if you're lucky, 50 years. You struggle to be happy. You stopped listening to yourself. You stopped hearing your needs. You stopped paying attention to the values. You stopped enjoying things that brought pleasure to you before. All you need is to restore the ability to treat your real you with respect and attentiveness. Learn to listen as you probably used to do. If you're not lucky, you may even not remember how you did it. In this case, it will take some time before you learn it. I think the most straightforward path to achieving that is psychotherapy. Although psychotherapy is not a panacea, it does not make people happy if they keep leading a destructive lifestyle. But psychotherapy is a place where you can discover yourself, the one who you are. And then, if you are brave enough and choose to follow it, I am sure you will become a happy person. This was the first introductory video on happiness. I think we'll take a break here. My name is Igor Pogodin, and I'll catch up with you in my next videos. Share the video with your friends and ask questions.